My battery died and had to reset. Okay, so something called the VIP rewards program, which allows you to access the spaces for rent. When you join the rewards program of the movie theater, you now have access to some benefits. And one of those benefits is the ability to rent their spaces for your own event, right? So renting the theaters costs about $5,000 for 12 hours. To rent the movie theater costs about that, right? And so nights are more expensive because they need to play the big movies out on night. So it's better for you to rent during the day where the rates are cheaper and there's less crowd, right? You can manage the day better than the nights. The nights, they look good, but trust me, when you're doing a film premiere, you want to do it in the afternoon to where there's still daylight and people that are driving by, the traffic and rush hour can still see you outside, and it helps you pull the crowd and create you want to create the buzz, you want to create the visual spectacle when you're doing a premiere. That's why premieres in Hollywood are done daylight around 4 p.m. They're on the way. You know what I'm saying? Because so by the time it's uh, dusk, people already left the theater or they've gone to see the movie or whatever. But the press, the whole point of playing your movie in the theater is not the movie playing. That's not the game. The entertainment is outside. The benefit is outside. The revenue is outside. The real play is outside. The kids are inside eating popcorn. Business is done outside on the red carpet. So you got to maximize the outside, right? You got to maximize the outside so much. When I rent a movie theater, right? Even before my film plays at the venue, I make sure that my name is on the marquee. My movie title, the poster is on the marquee outside so people can see when they're driving by. 4 days before my premiere, everyone can see it. They can see my name in the lights. Right next to Avatar or whatever big movie is playing, whatever massive number one movie is playing, my name and my poster is right next to theirs on the marquee, right? I don't just want letters on the screen outside. What I want is posters. So I give them the file, I measure it, I measure the screen, I get the file, I get the measurement of the screen from the websites, and I send it to their managers. As I'm signing contracts, I'm giving them my JPEG so they can broadcast and put my poster on the screen. All the stuff that's rotating around the building, all the laser lighting, I make sure my poster is shown everywhere. Before the event, right? If my event is at 4 p.m., by 9 p.m. the night before, I'm already calling them to put my poster up. AM, 6 a.m. in the morning, I want to call. I'm like, yo, listen, I need my poster up on the screen. But it has to be there an hour, 2, 3 hours before my event starts. Because I'm booking the place for the whole day. I want it from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's one day. So, and at night, after 6 p.m., nobody cares. Sometimes it's delivered to the next day because your stuff is so hyped for them. It does business for them that they don't mind leaving your marquee, your flyers upstairs, your film poster up in the sky for the people to see. I've done the shows before and I've seen my flyers up there a week later. And that's good promotion for me, right? Because it's in the city center, it's in the center of downtown LA. Everyone can see it. At the Ritz Carlton, that's what I'm talking about. The top hotel right down the Olympic in Figueroa, right? Right smack down the center of downtown LA. Your film poster is right there. I've done events there because remember, when you're doing events that theater right there, it's connected to, I guess that would be the what is that? Is that called? It's not. This is where Kobe statue is. It's called? There's a name for that space. It used to be the Staples Center, but now it's called the Chase something. It might be Chase or no, it's called a crypto arena. It's called the crypto arena. So I've had my events opposite the crypto arena. It's all one business. The crypto arena, Ritz Carlton, and the movie theater, they're all one business. So I was staying at the Ritz Carlton. I rented the AMC, and I parked at the crypto parking lot. So it's all one business. So when you're doing business with these guys, they're a big corporation. Just get ready to sign signatures. It's just big time stuff, right? If I didn't do it, I wouldn't know. Your parking, your validation is something you give. You're allowed to validate your car free. But I'm not saying you should charge your guests, but free validation helps them pay your ticket for your event. It helps give them status that, listen, your event is cool. The free validation, they love that. Give them free validation to park in downtown LA for 4 hours, for 6 hours. You know how expensive that can go. So basically, when you can offer that with your program and the ticket, this is selling point, this is swag, right? Again, so the theater managers get a bonus when you rent these spaces for your film premiere. They get a bonus. So this is when they host special events, they love independent filmmakers because and film festival hosts because their revenue is slowing down. So if you can bring some action to them, hey, they're all happy. They're down with the program. They're down with your flow. If you can bring that business to them, they'll always remember you. This is high level information I'm giving to you guys in this masterclass. It's not something for the general public. If you notice, Hollywood is not a place where people share information. It's not a place where you get to know the game. It's all secret. It's all quiet. It's all like hush hush. Nobody has to know. Nobody can, because the information is like I hate to say it, but it's kind of Jewish stuff. It's kind of hidden. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody doesn't know the stuff. So if you know it, if you carve your way through it, you kind of gotta protect it because it's not for everybody. See, these celebrities, there's something they know that you don't know. There's some things they know that you don't know. So the way of doing things is having the inside knowledge, having intrinsic knowledge about what's happening. And that's what I'm offering here. It's about giving you the details, right? There's a magic, there's a method to magic. The details, you see, the sauce is in the detail. The sauce is in the detail. It's the little things that you don't know about that makes a big difference. You have to know how your brand is represented to these theaters, right? You gotta have a corporation registered. I don't care if it's a small LLC. Register something that you do business with. You can't do business with AMC Corporation with just your regular name. No, I have my company. I do. It's company versus company. That way, when it's tax time, I'm not liable for drama or whatever. If we take losses, I've done events where I lost money. Right? I write it off to my corporation. Right? I don't take the loss. Sometimes when I was less experienced, I would take the load. My family would pay. You know, I'll be suffering. But as you get older, as you get more mature, you gotta learn how to keep business, and keep personal stuff out of the line of business, right? You gotta have. I'm not saying you gotta get an accountant and be your big time. No, you just get a bookkeeper that can track your events, and track what you're doing, so you're not flaking around and messing. And when you have good corporate standing, big companies like to do business with you because when they see they're using corporate lawyers for most of your signatures, they're like, okay, cool, sponsorship, that's another thing. I haven't talked about sponsorships because I've been doing this raw dog, doing it myself. You can get sponsors for your events. You can offer them placement. You can have them feature their logo on your um, drop or your backdrop. You can. That's a good. That's a heavy thing. My events would have my logos, but and your on my films, but you can also provide space for your sponsors. They would love to be. I've had sponsors litter my backdrop with their logos. Obviously, they have to give it to you in advance. Make sure that the right resolution, not some little JPEG. They have to give you files that are big enough to fit. Because when we blow it up, if the logos look whack, I'm not putting it on my screen. No way. They have to look like my logos. They have to look sharp like Warner Brothers. So make sure that your sponsors, when they give you the logos for your backdrop, that they're at a high resolution, super, super high resolution, the highest that it can be, so that your printers can deliver a crisp image of your brand. That goes for anything you're trying to do. You want to make sure, don't be cheap when it comes to your red carpets. You know why? The whole world can see it. If you use cheap material, you're in trouble. You have to use silk. See this material, silk. This material is not. See, trust me. When I wanted to shoot these videos, I realized that I had to go the next level up. My old videos, you can see them on YouTube. They're whack, super whack. But when it comes to your red carpet, the carpet that you use, it doesn't have to be red. It can be beige or black or whatever color you like. But it has to be quality. You don't want to roll it out and people are falling down. It's too slippery. It has to have a grip. It has to have some fur on it. There are companies that specialize in renting out these things. Hook up with them and they'll give it to you. Same thing with lights. It's in the detail. I used to print and design my invitation to these events so beautifully because it was almost handcrafted. I wish I could show you some of the cards that I made. Some of these cards are metal, like actual metal, like a credit card. This is an invitation. And when you see the invitation card, you'll be like, where the hell is this happening? Why was not I invited? Why did my agent tell me about this event? My invitation cards are like platinum, black. When you receive the card, you're like, wow, this is a real event. I need to be there. That's because I spent time. It's a guy that made my last engraving. The last company I used was in Canada. This guy in Montreal, he printed this stuff, handcrafted this stuff, metal. When they delivered it to me, I was like, yeah, that's the level. You see, you must do something. Remember, you're competing with the big guns. You're competing with $1 million companies. When these guys have an event, right? Everything is super classy. You got to do, even if you don't have the budget, if you don't have the kind of money they have, but you can deal with some clients, the people you hire to work in your projects need to be high-end folks, so that when they deliver the stuff, even the big guns are like, what? What kind of budget does this guy have? Look at the flowers, look at the silk, look at the wine, look at the glasses, look at the crystal, look at the silk, look at the way things are laid out. Look at the chiaroscuro, you know? You know what I mean? Like, look at the chiaroscuro, man. There's something going on here. I like this has taste. A lot of people walking out here taste has to be something you acquire slowly. You don't get taste just by reading nice magazines. It has to go through you. Taste is something you acquire slowly, right? And there's some things that are very tasteful. You gotta increase. In fact, when I was in college, there was a course that I took when I was studying design in England, Wolverhampton University. There was a course called Issues of Style and Taste. Issues of Style and Taste. It's a graphic design class, but it deals with just issues of style and taste, aesthetics, high end, like this delicate nature of dealing with high end stuff. It's not for everybody. Like, don't go in there and be a bushmate. Like, there's a way to handle events, and they speak volume. There's a fragrance I'm trying to buy, right? It's called something de Mali. It's made in France. They keep sending me email. I know it smells like I know it's gonna be bad, man. I can't wait to buy it. I'm waiting for the right time to spend the money and get it. It's called de Mali. Why am I saying this to you? Your event needs to smell like very artisan, very French. You got have you ever tasted a creme brulee with wine? You need Australian red wine and creme brulee. You need to increase your level of taste. That way, when you set up your events, they're classy. Because remember, rich people know rich stuff. Rich people know like what the rich stuff look like. So if you don't learn that rich lifestyle, when you do your events, you look ghetto. You gotta do your events so that they're so exquisite. When people come to your events, they're like straight and narrow, not crazy. That way, they remember it. It's in the tiny details. That's why I'm taking my time with this video. You gotta make sure that you can strike that gold. I'm out. Thank you so much. It's been a great experience. It does take a lot of planning to set this things up to give you guys prime information. Please like and subscribe and tell filmmakers about my channel. Let's grow this thing, make it happen. Again, I have different programs that I run. If you want to make your film, I can help you produce it in LA. I can get you into my film day. I got 10-day film school, and you can basically sign up, and we can help produce your film, partner with you, produce your independent film, release it, you make some money, we share the bag. Everybody gets win. You win. Listen, many young and old actors are now working in Hollywood. There's nobody's giving them scripts. There's nothing going on. They're just wilding away, hoping that one day they get a script. That's where you come in. Shoot it, write it, shoot it, direct it, release it, make some money, step, rinse and repeat. That's the play. I'm Frank Senegwe. I'm signing out.